how do you price a
How
work
do you
if you
price a piece?
because you don't know the value of, like, you can't articulate what is better and what is worse in such a subjective world where everybody is firing. Like in a painting, for example, you're accustomed to what reality looks like, what light and shade looks like, so you can see the quality of painting is mimicking reality and say, okay, this painting is really three-dimensional or lifelike. Or in an abstract piece, the artist would have a body of work, an artist has a history. With the ceramic artist, because the control, what you call control and what I refer to as uncontrolled control, is so random and subjective. Now again, you'll say it's controlled.
It's not random and subjective. It really is not.
I'm
And I
sorry,
want to
I don't
break
take
that
it
stigma. Like, it is a stigma that people have,
Again,
and I want to break it. Let's
because-
smash some more stigmas along the way.
Okay, chalo, let's go for it. Smash all the stigmas.
I know what I'm doing. It's as simple as that. I mean, I don't want to sound like...
No, so
but I know what
let's-
I'm doing.
Let's say you're a ceramic artist. Don't say I
Yeah.
know. Say ceramic artists. Speak for all ceramic artists. Now break all the stigmas. Go
We
for it.
know what we're doing. We know our shit. As simple as that, right? We know when it goes into the kin what we are expecting. Yes, agreed, there is a level of uncertainty. But I mean, that's in case of like all
Yeah,
paintings,
yeah. In
right?
terms
Like
of-
old paintings right now, which appear to be yellow, and you realize it couldn't be yellow because yellow paint didn't exist then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So uncertainties at all stages happen, like the kind of blues change over time.
Yeah.
I mean, everything changes. So it's all, there is uncontrollable things which happen irrespective of the
Yeah.
medium. But we know our shit. We know when we are on the wheel, we know what we are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Yes, it might not get there. We just restart, rework, and try and get there, right? We know in the firing process what we are trying to achieve, and we are working with natural forces to make sure that that is
Yeah.
achievable. We work with chemicals, we work with glazes, we work with chemistry, we make our own glazes, knowing that that's what we want.
Sure.
We understand the chemistry that's involved in glaze making to get our desired colors, textures, surface decoration, all of that. We know that. It's not uncontrolled. We know that there is uncontrollable aspects within it, which we are working and hoping that it works in our favor.
Yeah. In your journey as a ceramic artist, have you seen a transition in technology, like an update in
Oh
technology?
yeah, for
Can
sure.
you tell
Like
me what your life was 20 years back when you were younger, and now that you are older than you were before?
so, I mean,
Can I ask how old you are?
no. As old as you are, Vaibhav, how old are
Yeah,
you?
that's true. I'm 40, yeah.
I just crossed the 40
83?
mark. Yeah.
Must.
So yeah.
How's your intestine and gut health and all that?
So far so good.
Age.
Prebiotics, probiotics started.
Anyways, yeah, I feel like my people refer to my stomach as a pot now.
See there, matkas are following you.
Anyways, I want to ask you a technology software update. An update in technology. Has the technology of making the works gone up, like in terms of?
So also accessibility of materials within India has
Oh yeah.
increased like drastically, right? So when I started my career, there were that many clay vendors. There were no ready-made glazes available at all.
Yeah.
We had like people who make kins was that limited. Everything was limited in that sense, which I think
This is what
was
year?
good.
What year?
I started so I went to Pondicherry in 2009. I set up my studio here in 2010.
And you're saying that was good?
That was good because
Why?
that taught me all
Ah,
to give me this knowledge base. Like, I make all my glazes by myself. I know the chemistry that's involved behind glaze making. I understand that. And the only reason I did that was because I was pushed into, I did not have an option. Whereas now you have an option. You can open a catalog. You can see, ooh, nice blue. I want that glaze. You buy a kilo of that glaze. You don't know what material is going into it. You do
Yeah.
not understand the science behind it. Right?
Yeah.
So accessibility is good and bad. The amount of tools which are in the industry, that's one thing. Like all my students, and I tell them, you do not need any tools. Like for the first couple of years, all your tools you will need, you will find in your kitchen.
kitchen.
In your kitchen. Ransack your kitchen. Knife, spoon,
Huh.
fork, balon. You're done.
Yeah.
You can make things. You do not need all these high flying
But
tools
you
and
can't bake anything in your house.
you can't. That is a restriction. You cannot, because clay does require much higher temperatures to vitrify.
What are the different stages of heat and I think vitrification.
So vitrification is the highest level,
Highest.
which is
What's
what
un-
we are achieving in the clays, stoneware clay and
A
porcelain.
vitrified tile is the most tempered. It's like tempering iron.
Yeah.
It's the highest, but it also makes it brittle,
It doesn't make it brittle, it makes it stronger.
stronger. So what's
yeah.
under vitrification? When the temperature is lesser, it's called
So the firing.
ceramic. Then
No.
under ceramic is
No. Any clay which you fire, any clay becomes a ceramic piece.
becomes a ceramic piece.
Right? So within ceramics, you have different kinds of clay. So there's terracotta, earthenware, porcelain, stoneware. What most people right now use is stoneware clay. And then porcelain is the most vitrified that you can get, which because of the qualities of it, you can make it really thin, which makes it brittle. So in that way, it can get brittle, but it's the strongest clay and it's the highest fired clay. And then you have stoneware, which is most of all the studio potters that they use is stoneware clay, which is in the range of 1200 to 1300 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And then our matkas, which is terracotta earthenware, which is along the range of 900, maximum maybe 1000
Degrees.
degrees Celsius.
1000 degrees Celsius.
Degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And wow, I didn't know that. I thought that it's like a stable. How do you reach 1000 degrees Celsius in a wood with using wood?
In the Anagama fired kilns, we go up above 1300 degrees Celsius
How?
by putting in wood. Your kilns are designed to contain heat. They are designed to
Wow, I didn't
help
know- I
in
didn't know
rise
that.
in temperature. So kiln design is another thing which you
And
need
you're
to know.
not. I just felt like cracking a bad joke. You're
Go
not
for
baking
it.
pizza on the side.
But you can. A lot of people do, and there's no harm in doing that.
Pav.
Like,
I stay in Goa, so like people are making pav. I can see people.
yeah,
know,
no, you can, because there's radiant heat. So a lot of people have like small ovens,
Small ovens which have
which are using the radiant heat from that
the
to
temperatures must be high.
we roast potatoes, marshmallow, all those kinds of things. Yeah.